A lot of you might not know, oh, got something on my face, that I spent about 6 years away from where I'm currently living, and it was really hard for me. Seasonal depression was real and it was difficult, and believe it or not, there was like, it would be December and it'd be hot and humid and just ugh. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you guys about separation. Like, okay, so after service members separate, we lose that group of people that always have our back, right? So we go from having 5 or 6 people that we can just call and that we can lean on or we can talk to when we are feeling a certain way or we're starting to feel down or we're feeling a little depressed. And initially, like, we don't reach out because we're so used to having to be strong or having to hold it back because of our environment that we're in. And it's a protection thing as well. And some of us don't like to admit that, we need a little bit of help. We do need somebody to come along and say, hey, are you okay? How are you feeling? And being able to get up in the morning and go and know that everybody else does not want to go to PT in the morning, and doesn't want to run a mile and a half or doesn't want to go sit in the gym for an hour. Knowing that you guys have that thing in common is an easy way to start a conversation. So, for years, I was really outgoing before joining. And once I left, having a conversation and holding it was the most difficult thing for me. I couldn't even go to Walmart when there were a bunch of people there. I would go like in the middle of the night or in the early morning so that I didn't have to talk to anybody. And I could self-check out and not have to worry about having a conversation, asking somebody how they are, or feeling that anxiety that just overwhelmed my entire body. And that's a real thing. Like, going from an environment where you know what's going to happen, you can predict how the day is going to go, and having a team, basically like a family right there with you, because you spend most of your time with them during the day anyway. That's where, you spend more time with your coworkers than you do your own family. And so you have to have a connection, you have to have a friendship, you have to have a sense of belonging and love for them. Otherwise, it just doesn't work. So once you step away from that and you like move out of state or you switch commands, you're starting all over. You're the new person. You may know 1 or 2 people there. You might not know any. And it's an adjustment. And for me, like, adjusting to that wasn't the hard thing. It was adjusting to after I got out, because I didn't give myself the time to reach out and be like, hey, how are you? Hey, can we talk for 15 minutes? Hey, can you call me on lunch? I'm feeling this way or whatever. And because I really love to have my friends right here and to be goofy with them when I can, and us go and have lunches or do this or do that. And so for me, connecting long distance has always been really difficult. And I still love everybody the same that I did the last time I saw them. And so stepping into a reality where I couldn't do that was really, really hard. And I want to encourage you vets that are feeling this way to just reach out, man. Take that 5 minutes and just send the text or send the silly Facebook video, because it'll make you feel better. I promise you it will. And I want to help you get through the giant berm of ice that is standing in front of you, preventing you from having conversations with people that are outside of that reality that you just left. Now, it happens to people that retire. It happens to people that separate after 4 years. It happens to people that didn't even think that they had an issue. They wind up having a problem because of not being prepared. Yeah, we go through to separation classes. Yeah, we go through all these things about benefits and this and that. But there's no preparation mentally for what you're leaving and where you're going into. There's no preparation whatsoever for that. And the military, they don't really care. I mean, you're there for your job, and that's about it. And there hasn't been something built up to the point of really prepping you for that, really getting you into like a support group that can that'll be where you're going, so that you can connect with other veterans, so that you know what your resources are in that area or even in that state, so that you know where they are and who to call. So if you've got information on a Legion in your area, put the number, the address, phone number below, so that veterans in your area that are coming home from active duty and they aren't really feeling themselves, and or they've retired or they've left, and they may be seeking that support, so that they can reach and they can find it. Now, if you can't comment below here, then make sure you're on Really Real Life with Dallas Facebook page or my Instagram, so that you can share the information that you have with other people going through these things. So like a support group for separated vets, anything of that nature, anything that can help with transitioning into like civilian life, because it is a huge change from where we come from to coming back into what we left so many years ago, because life changes, things change. Maybe find a church, find a life group, put yourself in an uncomfortable situation where you're at a Bible study, never have really wanted to go to one, but you're going so that you can get connection and so that you can have a group of people to support you and to love on you when you have no idea what to do about what you're feeling. Just share your information down here so that anybody that sees this and feels this way can connect with other people and figure out what the next step is. And if you're confused or you want to know or you want to talk, message me. We can Zoom call. It's all good. I will be here for you if you feel like you don't have anybody else to turn to. So on that note, I hope that you have a wonderful Thursday, and I love each and every one of you. Go be positive and change your life.